Hey YouTube, I thought I'd do a quick movie review after my tiny little intro. I'm not sure how long this one's going to take, but hopefully it won't be that long. Just done one version of this video and then thought it was too long, so that's why I made that comment. 12 minutes of a movie review can't be that good or can't be that bad, I don't know. Anyway, sidetracking here. The movie I decided to do a quick review on is this one here, the Birdcage. Now, let's see. Yep. As you can see, I've got a DVD version of it. What I'll do is I'll give you a quick synopsis of what the film is about and then tell you what I think. Now, I'll read you what it says on the back of the DVD cover quickly. It says, Robin Williams delivers his funniest performance since Mrs. Doubtfire in this non-stop, hilarious comedy audiences and critics adore. Williams stars as Arnold, an outlandish owner of a wild Miami beach nightclub whose partner, Albert, is also the star attraction of the club. Gene Hackman is the ultra-conservative US Senator Keeley who faces political problems when his closest political ally dies in bed with a prostitute. When Arnold's son Val announces his engagement to Keeley's daughter, the scene is set for a riotous comedy of errors. Keeley sees the wedding as the opportunity to restore political fortune by promoting traditional family values. If he only knew what sort of family his daughter was marrying into. Put the two families together and watch the sparks fly in this hilarious battle of the three sexes. Now, first off, I'm going to say this Birdcage, 10 out of 10. Probably one of Robin Williams' best films, if not his best film, in my opinion. Now, the reason that I'm going to sort of talk about that I think is such a great film, first off, one of the things that's great about it is it's just a funny film, first off. It's based on a French film that I can't remember the name of and I've not got around to watching yet. But this French fast satire film, which is basically what this is, except it's remade in America, and it's, as I say, it's one of Robin Williams' best films. It's got Nathan Lane in it, which was his break into movies role. Up until then, I believe he was a stage actor. It's got Dianne Wiest in it and Gene Hackman. Personally, putting three great actors in a film together like this with their on-screen presence and their acting ability, like Dianne Wiest, Robin Williams and Gene Hackman, is just great for starters. But there's also the relationship dynamics within the film, which are really kind of just entertaining to watch. First off, with regards to the dynamics, is the film in a way is bizarrely about people pretending to be something they're not. Everybody in it, for one reason or another, is to a certain degree pretending to or trying to pretend to somebody else that they're somebody they're not, especially at the climactic end. And one of the dynamics in the film is the dynamic between Albert and Arnold. Now Arnold is played by Robin Williams and Albert is played by Nathan Lane. Now, one of the reasons that I think this is a great film is because of the way that these characters are played. The problem with Hollywood, in my opinion, is it's very easy in a lot of films that feature gay couples or gay men. There is a media stereotype of the gay man, and I'm speaking as somebody that is bisexual, that, you know, the gay men are either very camp and effeminate, and the other side to this is the gay men are either, you know, really aggressive, butch, serial killing type people. The example that I can will give is for the last one here is the film Cruising, starring Al Pacino, which the basic storyline is, you know, there's a serial killer operating in the New York gay community, and they send Al Pacino in as an undercover police officer to try and identify who the serial killer is. because the New York gay community is not speaking to the police. Well, wonder why that would be. So yeah, just side note here, if you're wondering why I made that comment, the Cruising was made in 1980, and all I'll say is go and Google the Stonewall riots. Anyway, getting back onto topic. Robin Williams plays Arnold in a very straight way. I don't mean straight as in comedic straight. I mean straight as in sexually straight. He's and this is the thing: is gay men, bisexual men. There's this stereotype, as I say, of them being camp, and he doesn't overly do the masculinity side of the role, if that makes sense. He just plays it normal. You know, there is you could easily put him against any of the roles that he's played previous to this or after this, and yes, he is a different person in those films, and yes, he's a good actor, and yes, he's very great at the comedy stuff, but he's not playing it camply, and neither does Nathan Lane, funnily enough. And Nathan Lane plays a very drama orientated drag queen performer within the film. And I'm not saying that he isn't a little bit camp, but he's not over the top, screaming queer type camp when he in the film. The other dynamic that's interesting is again the dynamic between Dianne Wiest and Gene Hackman's characters. You know, because again, it's Gene Hackman is playing this very politically orientated man, and he's trying to show himself off, prune him, whatever, show his feathers off, or whatever you want to call it, like show how staunchly Republican he is or right wing he is. Towards the end of the film, with regards to his daughter's future fiance, and the whole time Dianne Wiest is trying to calm Gene Hackman's character down, and trying to help him spin stuff, and you very much get the feeling that they're not obviously, like with most political figures, they're not portraying who they really are publicly, but the other side of this dynamic that I want to mention about is within the film is when Val first says, I'm marrying this woman, and she's her father's a right wing political senator, political figure. Robin Williams, Arnold, first tells him, he's not going to do this because he's asking his father to change who he is, how he is. And the reason I mention this is because it's from a bisexual LGBT person point of view. I don't feel people should have to hide who they are or be treated differently because of who they are, what they are, or anything like that. And the setup for the film is them trying to hide how who Arnold and Albert are, and in some ways it's very funny, in other ways it's very sad. Like Robin Williams Arnold outright says, it's taken me 20-30 years to become comfortable enough with who I am, and I'm not going to change just because of some right-wing senator. And then he changes his mind because of how much he loves his son. So there's that kind of aspect to the film that I find interesting to watch. So yeah, it's just an amazing film all round. It's a very well-rounded film. It's got some great points to make, whilst at the same time being a very funny film. It's got some great comedic lines in it. So yeah, it's just a really good film. I thoroughly recommend it. 10 out of 10. As I said, it's probably Robin Williams' best film, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you now, and hopefully you'll sit down and watch this film and enjoy it. If you don't like it or you don't enjoy it, then we'll have to agree to disagree. Anyway, goodbye for now.